Before you visit Argentina, especially Buenos Aires, there are a few things you really need to know, from the way locals eat dinner at 11 p.m. to how money actually works on the ground, to choosing the right neighborhood to stay in. Argentina can feel very different from what most travelers expect. Add in safety concerns, currency confusion, and a completely different daily rhythm, and it's easy to feel caught off guard if you don't prepare properly. In this video, I'll walk you through what it's actually like to travel Argentina, how to handle money, where to stay, when to eat, which areas to be cautious in, and the cultural differences that surprise most first-time visitors. These are the things social media doesn't tell you, but knowing them will make your trip smoother, safer, and a lot more enjoyable. So if you're planning a trip to Argentina, or even just thinking about it, this is everything you need to know before you go. Choosing where to stay. Buenos Aires is made up of 48 different neighborhoods, and if you do even a bit of research online, you'll quickly be overwhelmed with endless lists telling you where to stay and why. But the truth is, it really comes down to you as a traveler and what you're looking for. For example, if you're into a more hipster vibe with nightlife, attractions, and lots of food and coffee hotspots, most people will point you straight to Palermo. Palermo is a huge neighborhood and home to some of the best coffee shops and food spots in the city. If you spend any time on social media, you'll see it everywhere. That said, it does come with some downsides. The area has a strong digital nomad feel, and if that's something you actively dislike, I'd honestly recommend avoiding Palermo. On the other hand, if you're more interested in history and stunning architecture, Recoleta is a popular choice. It's very well located and within walking distance of many of the city's major attractions. It's also a main hub for tourists because getting around from here is incredibly easy. But again, that can be a downside if large crowds and tourist heavy areas aren't your thing. Recoleta might not be for you. All that being said, Buenos Aires is a massive city with a huge variety of neighborhoods to choose from. My biggest recommendation is to do a bit of research and really think about the kind of trip you want to have. The good news is the city is very well connected, so you don't need to stress about staying in a perfect area. There are plenty of affordable transport options to get you wherever you want to go. Currency. In Argentina, the local currency is the Argentine peso, but that's not the most important part. What really matters is how you get and spend your money. Once you're there, outside of Argentina, it's actually very difficult to get pesos, so understanding your options before you arrive is key. There are three main ways to get and spend money in Argentina. Option 1. Bring US dollars and exchange them locally. Because of rapid inflation over the past 20 years, a large portion of the population prefers to keep their savings in US dollars rather than pesos. To put that into perspective, in 2026, one US dollar gets you around 1,425 pesos. In 2024, that same dollar would have only gotten you about 809 pesos, and the further back you go, the worse it gets. This creates a strong demand for US dollars, which are seen as far more stable when exchanging. It's important to be careful. Avoid people on the street offering currency exchange. Instead, use official exchange booths or vendors. Inside shops, they usually offer a much better rate than paying with a bank card. One thing to note, these booths often prefer clean, crisp $100 bills, so if you can bring some, it definitely helps. Option 2. Western Union transfers. This is one of the best options for most travelers. You can transfer money to yourself and collect it as cash once you arrive. It saves you from carrying large amounts of cash gives you a guaranteed exchange rate and significantly reduces the risk of being scammed or ripped off. That said, Western Union is very popular, so try. To go early in the day, queues can get long. Option 3. Using your bank card. For many people, this is the default choice. In recent years, banks like Monzo have started offering much better exchange rates, often similar to Western Union. We found that most places accept cards, especially restaurants and shops. However, some museums and attractions are still cash only, so it's always a good idea to carry some pesos with you. Eating out. In Argentina, eating out is very different compared to a lot of other places. The atmosphere is relaxed and unhurried, so don't be surprised if you're waiting a bit longer for someone to take your order or bring your food. It's all part of the culture. People also tend to eat much later here, so restaurants can feel surprisingly quiet early in the evening and then suddenly come alive later on at night. And one last tip, the best places to eat usually aren't the ones blowing up on TikTok or other social media. Take some time to explore the city and see where the locals are eating. That's where you'll find the real gems and experience the best food. The culture. A lot of people come to Argentina and are surprised by the culture and just how different everyday life feels compared to other parts of the world. One of the biggest shocks is how the day is structured. You can be walking around the city at 9 a.m. and it feels like everything is closed and hardly anyone is out. That's because Argentines are true night owls. Late nights are completely normal here, whether it's meeting friends, going out for dinner, or just sitting in a cafe talking for hours. You'll also notice that people really take their time here. Long lunches, late dinners, and extended conversations are all part of daily life. Things don't always run on a strict schedule, and that relaxed approach can be a shock at first, but once you lean into it, it's one of the best parts of being in Argentina. So if you're visiting, don't try to fight the rhythm of the city. Adjust your expectations, slow down a little, and embrace the local way of life. It will make your experience so much better. Safety. Argentina is often considered one of the safer countries in Latin America, but that doesn't mean there's no risk, especially for tourists. Crime against visitors has increased in recent years, and petty theft like pickpocketing, phone snatching, and bag theft is common in certain areas. Muggings do happen, particularly at night or in quieter streets, so staying aware of your surroundings is really important. In Buenos Aires, there are a few areas where extra caution is needed. Neighborhoods like La Boca should really only be visited during the day and ideally as part of an organized visit. Avoid wandering around here at night. Constitution, Retiro, and parts of Once can feel unsafe, especially after dark, and are best avoided unless you know the area well. Even more central areas like San Telmo and Microcentro can become quiet and sketchy at night once offices and shops close, so it's best to stick to well-lit, busy streets. You'll see police around many parts of the city, but their presence doesn't eliminate crime. The best way to stay safe is by taking simple precautions. Don't flash valuables like phones, cameras, or expensive watches. Keep your phone secure and avoid using it near roads where it can be snatched. Use crossbody bags or anti-theft backpacks. Avoid walking alone late at night. Use Uber or Cabify instead. Be extra cautious on public transport during peak hours, where pickpocketing is common. Most importantly, trust your instincts. If a street, situation, or person feels off, don't push through it. Leave the area or change your plans. Being cautious doesn't mean being paranoid, but staying alert will go a long way in keeping your trip safe and enjoyable. Argentina is an incredible place to visit, Just make sure you explore it smartly. Argentina is an incredible country, but it's not a place you just turn up to without understanding how things work. Once you get your head around the culture, the money, the daily rhythm, and how to move around safely, it becomes one of the most rewarding places you can travel to. If you found this video helpful, make sure to give it a like. It really helps the channel. And if you're planning a trip to Argentina or want more honest travel tips without the Instagram filter, hit subscribe for future videos. If you have any questions or tips of your own, drop them in the comments. I'd love to hear about your experience. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.